My name is Nick Moringas. I am 25 years old. I am going to vote for Mitt Romney because he is the lesser of two evils, in my opinion. I agree more with what Mitt has to say than I do with what Barack Obama has to say.
My name is Javier Santonzio. I would describe myself as a liberal, a moderate, but a liberal. President Obama has taken many steps to ensure our veterans are taken care of, not only with disability benefits, but with updates to the GI Bill, so we can obtain an education, we can retrain ourselves. And with the current push to put veterans to work.
I spent 4.5 years in the military. I was an airborne infantryman, and I served a year in Iraq. And now I'm going to school, starting to work towards my degree, so I can become an air traffic controller someday, work for the FAA.
I served in the United States Marine Corps on active duty, and I joined the Kansas Army National Guard. My last deployment came in November of 2005. I deployed to Iraq. Now I'm recently graduated from law school. I'm starting my own veterans law practice, and I'm also pursuing an advanced law degree in elder law.
My view on Barack Obama is that he's failing the nation as a leader because he won't do the things necessary to push his agenda and get things done. He's too focused on his Obamacare and what he feels is going to fix the economy, which may not be the right answer.
I think Mitt Romney, obviously his strengths are his business acumen. He's shown that he's able to go into places and use his means to make a profit, but there's more to America, there's more to being the president than the bottom line.
The soldiers I served with more or less shared my views, and you will find that I think most members of the military tend to be very conservative.
One of the big criticisms that I received was that liberals are weak when it comes to national security, and that's just not true. A lot of my veteran friends have discussed the absence of a military veteran as candidate for president or vice president. And I think that there is a value in being a veteran and running for office and holding an office, but I don't think that it is a requirement to be a good leader for our country.
I'm joined now by Toma Tarantino, who is the Chief Policy Officer of the nonpartisan Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America. Tom, thanks for being here.
Thanks for being here, Marcus.
Earlier today, candidate Governor Romney was in Indianapolis, and he's talked a bit about veterans, and he said that this President Obama, had failed American veterans. Is he right?
The reality is this is a really complex issue. You have to look beyond the politics and the talking points and actually go into the policy of it. The reality is the VA is severely broken, and it's been severely broken for decades. And in fact, the problems at the VA are much more serious than any 1, 2, or 3 administrations can actually handle. So the VA has pretty serious failures. Despite the fact that the VA has been very aggressive in trying to modernize itself over the last 4 years, we still have a 65% backlog rate in the disability. We still have mental health wait times where a veteran who is in crisis has to wait 50 days to see mental health care.
What changes does your group, which is a group of Iraq and Afghanistan veterans, therefore young vets, what do they want to see policy-wise?
Well, our members told us that they're looking for 5 things, and these are the 5 things that we are not hearing from either candidate. We're looking to defend the GI Bill against fraud, waste, and abuse from predatory for-profit schools. We're looking to make sure that veterans leave the service and can find jobs. We want to make sure that the abnormally high rate of suicide in the active duty military and the veterans population can go down. We're looking at building a 21st century VA, something that is modern and that responds to the needs of 21st century veterans. And we're looking to improve health care for women veterans in the VA.
And so far you'd argue that neither campaign is answering those changes, those needed changes.
No, and President Obama, during his term as president, has addressed a lot of these issues. Governor Romney, while he was governor of Massachusetts, actually has a very good record on dealing with this as commander-in-chief of the Massachusetts National Guard. But These issues have been totally absent thus far in the campaign. In fact, Governor Romney's speech today was the first time any of these issues even approached being addressed in the context of the campaign. You know, veterans are a serious voting bloc. 300,000 veterans in Virginia and Florida, 60,000 veterans in Ohio. 90% of the members of my organization, IAVA, are registered to vote, and we have the potential to swing an election. So we're looking for candidates.
Especially in places like Virginia.
Absolutely. We're looking for candidates that address our needs and not talk to us as if they're making a bumper sticker.
Are you surprised so far that the war in Afghanistan, foreign policy in general, have not been issues in the campaign, and neither campaign has really spoken to?
Well, it's not surprising understanding the politics of it. You know, we have serious problems at home. We have an incredibly high unemployment rate. We have a severe economic crisis at home. So that's what the country's going to be focused on. But for guys who are applying for the job to be the commander-in-chief, it is their responsibility to make sure that these issues are in front of the American public. Because if America forgets about this, if America forgets that we have an entire generation of veterans that need care, once the war in Afghanistan ends, people are going to forget. And as the budget crisis gets worse in Congress, a lot of these programs, like the GI Bill, like veterans health care, that should be